Paul, our last coffee talk of 2020 and super fun. We dove into our 2021 predictions, what everybody thought was going to happen as we turn over into a new year.
I can't believe it's been a year. I can't believe we haven't even been doing it. Feels like so much more than the year. I think, if anything, that we've all gotten a little more humility in predicting the fact that we don't know what's going to happen, as opposed to if we asked that question in 2019. We did ask the question. We were at NADA and we heard all the predictions. And I think that we all have come down a little bit off of our ability to be clairvoyant. And so it was fun to kind of see this new side of the automotive marketing industry.
Yeah, one of the attendees said marketers are flexible, and boy, did we ever need our flexibility this year as we pivoted more than we have ever pivoted before. There were some really interesting things talked about. We talked about forecasts coming from the manufacturers, from our used car industry, and the Autos and Dale Pollocks of the world, mixed signals, really, that we're hearing from all of those folks. Our general managers seem to be very optimistic. They're full of strength and optimism as they're heading into the new year and thinking 2021 is going to be great.
There's a level of survival mechanism that a good memory is good for you. Just, it's like finding that balance, because that unbridled optimism will get you in trouble a lot of the time. But there's also let's not hang on to the past. So if I were to vote what side the general managers at large are, I think we're a little too optimistic as general managers based on what I've seen and heard. And I think we could balance that out with a little bit more realism. But then again, I'm kind of an incurable optimist by nature. So, but that's kind of my take on everything.
Well, our general managers are paid to be optimistic, right? And to drive for the best result possible. So certainly as a marketer, I wouldn't hold that against them. Let's play to win, and
hey, as long as the marketing budget is as optimistic as the sales prediction, I think all the marketers would be happy.
Yeah, we did dig into that, and there was some mixed strategies and mixed results. We heard we talked a little bit about whether our dealerships see marketing as an investment or as an expense, and how that impacts the way people are approaching uncertainty. But generally, it sounds like marketing budgets are increasing, just not to 2019 levels. So, and marketers on the call were talking about a wide variety of tactics that they're ready to dig into.
Absolutely. And there's one more thing that I want to mention that came up on the call that is very easy to pass over. We typically don't talk about politics on these calls, but politics came up over and over again because if you're in the US anyway, the political landscape is really reshaping the country in so many ways. There has been huge migrations of people leaving more liberally leaning states to more conservative governing states. Because they can, now that remote work is a lot easier, that a lot of new opportunities are coming up. So the way that plays out in the marketing sense are now I'm talking to dealers all over the country in these conservative states that are saying people are moving here in droves. Companies are relocating to my state in droves, meaning that the brand recognition that I enjoyed because I spent a long time to build it is now getting distilled by the day. So they're starting to reshift, and have to reshift into a reintroduction of themselves to all these new people. So I think 2021 will be a big year of reintroduction, not only to migrating populations, but also to the new reality of the marketplace. So that's something that came up that is easy to ignore. But if you're in one of these states, you're watching it happen. And so addressing it early, the earliest people to address it are going to be the winners.
And making sure that we have enough of our budget available to spend on brand marketing, and not just that quick response, quick hit marketing will be key for people who are on the receiving end of these large migrations. So fascinating discussion. Also really interesting was our talk about metrics and how, in 2020, a lot of media was really cheap, and metrics were really good. And so we're going to have some awkward conversations in 2021 when things go back to being a little more expensive.
Maybe more expensive than they've ever been, honestly.
Yeah, it's quite possible, and certainly we're seeing that in digital in particular because of the increase in online buying. So we talked about getting in front of that and how important it is to make sure we have those conversations early, so our organizations, our dealers, or general managers know to expect that, you know, some of the great marketing metrics we saw in 2020 may not be sustainable.
I agree. I think the bottom line is if you are not ready to completely rethink the way you have done things and look at it with a fresh perspective and really be willing to do it, not just say that you're willing to do it, I think 2021 is going to eat you for breakfast if you're not of that mindset.
Well, let's hope that it's sunny skies ahead for everyone listening to this. Certainly wishing you a super happy, healthy holiday, and that when 2021 comes around the corner, you have much success, some exciting things to dig into, some new tests, and all the things that marketing geeks love awaiting for you in the coming year. And certainly we'll be back with Coffee Talk. It's been a highlight for myself, and I know, Paul, you've said for you
Absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely.
So looking forward to seeing you in 2021.
Thank you so much. See you then.